Yo, what's good, bro? Welcome back to Coffee Talk. I know it's been a while. The last one wasn't even Coffee Talk, it was Banana Talk because of my parents. I was reading this book. I don't know if you've ever seen this book before. It's called The One Thing. I haven't finished it, but it seems like a really good book. Kind of like a book about productivity and stuff, but I like it. So yeah, welcome back. As I said, I know it's been a while since my first video, especially. As you can see, I got a coffee machine. Yeah, it doesn't really work that well, but it gets it done. It kind of like drips off the side, but that's the only complaint I have about it. Yeah, as I said, if you never tried coffee with honey, you are missing out, bro. You are literally missing out. I just want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Julian. I try to help improve young men's lives in tiny ways in the areas of fitness, business, relationships, whatever it is, to my extent. When I learn something like from that book, I try to teach it to you so that way you can grab something from it as well. This is a little mini series I do. I just kind of chat about whatever, whatever's on my mind and stuff and whatever I've been thinking recently. So yeah, I also run a self-improvement store. Contains, estrogenic and plastic-free stuff if you want to go check it out. All the way from soap to clothes to blankets and a lot more. So if you want to go check that out, link in the description. So anyways, bro, go grab your coffee real quick and let's get straight into the video. It's just hot, bro. I gotta let it cool down real quick. Alright, so one thing that's been on my mind is like the problem with being a YouTuber. So I know a lot of people want to be a YouTuber, especially, the young generation. I think there was like this survey conducted that more than 52% of like children in like middle school and elementary school want to be like a social media influencer, whether it be like YouTube or like on Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform they consume on, they consume the most on. They want to be an influencer. They want to be online. They want to make videos and stuff. And the thing is with that is that, first of all, most of your time doesn't even go to like making videos and like fun stuff like that, especially like if you watch Mr. Beast. Most of his time goes into making the videos because he has a whole team of editors who edit the videos and stuff. But when you're first starting off, and probably for a few years, you're going to be editing your own videos. Okay, bro, I'm sorry, but it's just, Jesus Christ, I don't know why, but this camera just like completely dies in like less than 20 minutes. But anyways, as I was saying, the thing is with that is that, especially if you don't have a stable income, like opposed to me that I already have a job, especially since young people want to do YouTube and stuff, like elementary school, middle school kids and stuff like that. I think middle school here in the United States at least ends at like 15 years old. At 15 years old, you can get a job, but it's not very ideal, obviously. A lot of kids, just kind of want to enjoy themselves and stuff like that. But for the most amount of time, you are going to be editing your videos for most of the time, and it is very time consuming. Believe me, editing is very time consuming, especially if you want to have like edits and like zooms and sound effects and visual effects and everything. Then those are going to take hours, like minimum at least 3 hours if you want all the effects. And especially for me, for me it takes a long time, even though I only do like cuts here and there, maybe some like b-roll here and there, and that's really it. I don't really do anything else. And it's unfortunate because there are people who will edit your videos, but they are, a little expensive. I'm fortunate, my editor only charges me around $20 per video, and he edits it pretty well, if you've seen my previous videos or if you want to go look at them. Yeah, he makes them pretty well and stuff. But, another thing too with that I've realized as well is that the fame is something you won't want to have when you have it. A lot of people, especially, like if you're influencer famous, they always talk about like there's always creeps trying to like go up to them. There's always like people like being weird and trying to find out where they live and going up to their house and harassing them and stuff just because, they're an influencer and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if this cooled down yet. That's good. Anyways, but yeah, it's just like a lot of people who did become like YouTube famous or something like that, like internet famous in a short amount of time, it's very good as in terms of like financially, because then you get a lot of views, then you can get a lot from ad revenue, and if you sell a product, can make a lot of money. But the thing is with that is like people just start to like harass you, they start to harass your family, and that's why you should keep your private life separate from like your influencer life as well, which is kind of like a mistake that I've made, kind of, like talking about like, oh, my parents are kicking me out, or like, oh, my girlfriend's stuff. And if you've seen my video on why your relationship isn't great, you could see I blur my girlfriend's face out, and that is because of this. I've known about this for a while. And the thing is like, it's not like you can't talk about, you know, your life. It's just don't dump your feelings on camera. Like, don't cry on camera. Don't be like, oh my god, oh, like I'm so tired, like start crying and shit, right? Because it's just bad, you know. It's just bad because then people start to use that against you. People started like be creepy and all that stuff. But there is one pro. There's obviously a lot of pros to, you know, being a YouTuber and doing what you love. I love doing it, so that's why I like doing it, you know, making videos and stuff. And a pro is like, it's a fantastic way to promote your product as well. If you're an entrepreneur and, you know, you're creating a business and whatever, it's a very good way to advertise your product as well. You know, just as me, you know, I'm trying to advertise my online business, you know, to you know, create sales and stuff. And it is a very fantastic way to get customers, because, you know, there's only a few ways to get customers, which is like physically, you know, or through ads, like Facebook ads. If you've seen like at the beginning of videos, there's, you know, ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, you know, there's Instagram ads, Snapchat ads, all that stuff. And but those cost money, and this, it does cost money in a way. It just costs you with your time. So yeah, drink your coffee, bro. It's just mine is like hot as hell, so the coffee machine, like, it literally like heats up the water in like less than a minute. It's just crazy. I'm like, what? No way. I don't know how it does that, but like in less than a minute, it like heats it up really fast. But it's really good coffee. I just love the taste of just like, you know, grabbing the spoon and just doing that all the time. Like, I don't like a lot of honey in my coffee because it gets like very sweet, and I don't like very sweet. I like it the cusp of like not too dark, but it like tastes good, if you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of weird analogy, but it kind of tastes like metal coins. I don't know if I'm the only person. I hope I'm not the only person who likes the taste, but like it kind of tastes like metal, I guess, or like coins. And I don't know, I just like the taste, honestly. So yeah. Anyways, another thing too that's been on my mind is like the problem with plastics. So as you know, there's plastics everywhere. The camera's made out of plastic. The tripod is made out of plastic. My TV is made out of plastic. My keyboard is made out of plastic. My mouse, bro. My phone. The water bottles. The lamp, bro. Even the hats are made out of plastic. You might be like, oh, this isn't plastic. Like, no, this is plastic. You know what this is? This is called polyester. Polyester is plastic. It's just in a more like a flexible form, if you know what I mean. If you really look down at like the material, you can see it's like kind of looks like plastic, because it is. It is literally plastic, and that's what like most things are made out of. And the problem with plastics is that there's been a lot of studies that prove that plastics contain a lot of harmful chemicals. Like, not only does like the oil itself, because plastic is made out of oil itself has, you know, like estrogenic properties and stuff, and, you know, stuff that's bad for your health, because, you know, obviously that's why you can't drink crude oil, dummy. But they contain a lot of harmful chemicals, especially when it goes through the process of, you know, becoming plastic. And, you know, then there's transparent plastic, then there's like the colored plastic, and then, you know, there's flexible plastic, then you have like the plastic like this plastic, then you have like hard plastic, and there's just a lot of different versions of plastic. And obviously to make those, you have to, you know, put a lot of chemicals and, you know, change it around and, you know, modify the formula and stuff. And that's the problem, is that they put a lot of chemicals in this. And you might ask, oh, well, you know, it's not like I'm gonna go scrape the plastic or anything. That's the thing too, is like, when you have a plastic bowl and you're like eating soup, you're like scraping the bottom of it, so you're getting microplastics in your soup, which is going into your body. And especially with transparent clear plastic, there's a study that I read that those contain carcinogens. If you don't know what those are just like chemicals that can cause cancer, and obviously nobody wants cancer. So that is why I made my natural product business, to, you know, have the plastic / estrogenic free products as much as I can, to my extent. And, you know, once I start, you know, scaling up and becoming, you know, bigger and stuff, I will make literally my own products, you know, strictly no plastic, no nothing. As I said, link in the description if you want to go check it out. But yeah, plastic are just bad for not only the environment, because I see a lot of people who talk about like, oh, the environment, you know, poor environment and whatever, and all plastic that has been made is still around and all that stuff. And it's true, but what about us humans, you know? Us humans, you know, we're also suffering, because a lot of t-shirts are made out of plastic. Like, this one is made out of full cotton, but most t-shirts are made out of plastic. That's what doesn't give it like its wrinkly like property. And when you go out and work out, or when you go on a run, or you're just outside in the heat, the plastic, especially since it's so thin, it starts to release gases. It starts to release fumes, and those fumes are obviously absorbed by your skin. And the problem with that is that, well, it seeps into your skin and seeps into your blood system, and then all those nasty chemicals are in your body, and it's just, it can cause cancer, it can cause infertility, which is not good at all, and just overall health disorders. And the thing with plastic is that plastic hasn't been around long enough to see its long-term effects. Plastic was introduced around like from what I researched, it was introduced around 1863 by this one guy. It was like a whatever. He was like a scientist, and he made like the first like plastic, I guess. But plastic didn't start to get widely used until the 60s and 70s. So plastic hasn't even been around for 100 years to like study its long-term effects on, the human body and all that. And what I think is going to happen, like back in like old times, like 17, 16, 1500s, when they used to use like leeches, I think that's what you call them, on your body, that you put, and then they like suck your blood or whatever. And they thought that would help you like relieve a fever. So, that the leeches would like suck the fever out of you. But no, people would just die because leeches are bad for you, and they ingest bad, venom into your body, and they just kill you, right? So that's just dumb. And especially, also with like amputations, for example, like if your leg hurt, they just cut off your leg. So now you're out of a leg. And now we look back, we're like, oh shit, that was dumb as fuck, right? And I think that's the same thing that's gonna happen with plastic, is that, they're gonna be like, oh shit, why did they use plastic when it's like super cancerous, and it can cause infertility and just like fucking kill you almost. And the thing with plastic is that most people are exposed to it all the time, just as I said, with plastic clothing, with polyester clothing, and also with polyester beds. Unfortunately, my bedding is all polyester, and it's very expensive, like natural linen or like cotton and stuff. I've looked for it at Walmart, and no, none of it is really polyester. If you see my gray, which I'll show you. If you see this right here, I bought this at Walmart. This is full cotton. The pillowcase is full cotton. It comes with two, so I even have another one on the bottom, just so it's like more protection. But if you think about it, but unlike these are all polyester. These are all bad for you. And the thing is you're like, oh, why did you buy just the pillowcase? Why didn't you buy everything else? And the thing is that I was thinking, so okay, my head is always on the pillow, right? And I'm breathing, and my breath is obviously kind of warm, it's hot, and when I'm breathing on the pillow, it releases the estrogenic chemicals, and I'm literally inhaling all those chemicals. So I was just like, okay, let me just grab the pillowcase from what I rest my head on, and that way I don't have to inhale all those toxic fumes. And the thing is, you don't smell them, you don't know about them, and that's the problem. That's pretty much it. That's what's been on my mind. And honestly, if you think that plastics are bad for you, which they are, I have my online store. It's plastic/estrogenic free products. I only have a few products on there, but there's a lot more to come, especially with soap and all that. That's a whole nother story as well. There's a lot of other chemicals in there that aren't good for you at all. Like if you look on the back of your shampoo bottle, you're gonna see words that you can't even pronounce. And I use this one company. It's called Dr. Squash. This one right here. It's really good. Smells good. It's mostly all natural products. Like this one just has soapified oils, which is like palm oil, coconut, olive oil. It got naturally deprived fragrance, shea butter, Jimmy Red cornmeal, brewer's yeast, sand, annatto powder. Yeah, annatto powder, choline, clay, sea salt, and that's pretty much it. And as you can see, like I could pronounce all of those, like if you get what I mean. So yeah, I'm not gonna yap anymore. This video's been going on for 17 minutes. It's fucking crazy. But I gotta get going. I gotta go do some stuff. As I said, if any of that interests you, and if you want to live, a plastic-free life, actually prioritize your health first. then link down in the description for the store. I only have a few things on there. You could literally be my first customer. I haven't made a single sale yet. When I become ultra millionaire, I will literally put your name in front of my wall in my office in my multi-billion dollar my multi-billion dollar skyscraper and be like, this is the person who literally gave me my first sale ever. So if you want to be that person, go buy something if you want, or if you just want to check it out, it's right there. Anyways, bro, I'll let you go. I hope you finished your coffee. I almost did. Still good as hell. And stay tuned for more videos. Remember, you're a star, yourselves.